game, I'm balling out of control. I'm not being in the street as much, but I'm still getting money, right? Man, in that time, I took off work for 2 years, and one person, a lot of people might have thought whatever they thought, but my mother, she knew. She said, "Boy, you ain't not going to work and able to live the way that you living unless you're doing something." Right. She say, "Don't lie to me. I know." And I told her, I try not to lie to my mother. I say, "Yeah, I am." She said, "Why don't you just go back to work and leave what you're doing alone?" In a 2-year period, I mean, balling out of control, man. Seemed like everything was just going my way, and I didn't have to be in on the front line. Everything going my way, man. I ended up towards the latter part of it, getting into some street conflicts, you know, stuff that come with the game, man. And one in particular, it was a guy that wanted my female. He tried to trick me up with her. I'm kind of aggressive. That's why I say I have to work on forgiveness, and I'm a lot better with it. But had this situation with him happen a little prior to then, I would have wanted to kill him, or I would have. And he had the opportunity, by me just contemplating the situation, analyzing the whole situation, I left him an opportunity really to kill me. But God kept, because I know his track record. God saved me from that, man. I got before I went back to work and started trying to do better as a man, I lost my brother, man. My brother got robbed and killed in Chicago. They stuck him up for a lot of money. He was in the game. He stepped out, man, for a good while. This nigga had so much money. They robbed him for $200,000 and some, and that ain't the only money that he had. He used to go to the store with $400,000-500,000. I kid you not. I am not lying. 100 keys a month. He stepped away from it. He went back. He wasn't in the game a good, I'd say, 2 months. He called me, and it happened on my birthday. He called me like, "Hey man, I'm finna go to so-and-so, and I'll holler at you, you know." And we talked while he was going to take care of his business. I had stepped back a little bit, right? Man, he got stuck up and robbed. Then I turned around, a first cousin got robbed, and it was senseless, man. It was senseless because really he didn't have anybody that know him. $200,000. He'd have gave it to him, but they killed him anyway, man. And it happened on my birthday. Man, it was deep. So I know I done came a long way, and as far as women, I told my one of my other cousins, he still out do his thing, and he like females. He got 4, 5 of them with different places. You know, y'all know how it goes. And I sat down one day. He told me like, "Cuz, you always be with me." He said, "You always be with your wife now, man, the majority of the time." I said, "You know what? I sit up and I realize chasing women or allowing women to chase me getting them, never been a problem. It ain't nothing but success." I said, "You know what? If you sit back and think about it, his main woman named Tasha say, all the women you have, 3, 4, 5 a week, different ones." I say, you get her the first time, it's good. That's cause it's different. Right. The second time you go back, you be like, it's alright. If you go back a second or third time, you come to realization, she ain't got shit on Tasha. Excuse my friend. She ain't got nothing on Tasha. And one thing about it, Tasha love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. Right. I told him, say, "Cuz I'm at the point now. I love the presence of women. I guess it's part of being a man. But when they look at me or make eye contact or come at me and slip me a number, they, in my mind, they already done nailed them, right? And I go home and I give to my wife real hard. You know what I'm saying?
But that's cause of what God done did in your life. That's the manifestation of His word in your life.
We need a testimony like yours in the church, man. A brother that can say, man, you got to get, because like I said, it ain't that many testimonies of brothers coming out of the street from hustling in the church that I done heard. Really none. I never really heard a testimony in the church where a brother coming out saying, man, I walked away from 200, 300 stacks.
And throughout the time of me,
don't think you crazy, man.
Not really, man. Not when you gain what you gaining though.
Now it was some bad times. It was a lot of good times, but it was some bad times.
But look, you giving up $200 and some $1,000, but you giving it up for eternal life, and you giving it up for an abundant life. God controls all the riches and glory. You getting everything.
Always looking over your shoulder.
There you go.
I was getting.
Always.
That's what I was going to say.
Always.
You know what? It's up the road. It's going to be a big payoff, but I got to pay off right now because, man, sitting up in you coming home, you driving home, and you got somebody to trail you because you know the position that you in, or you got a lot of money, you know people watching you,
and have people following you.
Or you come home and then you get to the point where you worry about the one that's hanging out with you. Then you get home. At one point when I got with my wife, I wasn't hanging out in the street, and I tried to spend a lot of time with her. But say for instance, I'd go away for 2 days, dedicate time with her, but I'm at home the majority of the time unless I have to make some kind of move. But when I'm at home, I'm looking out the window, man. I got my gun, man. You're right. You can't sleep. If people call you,
just worry. You don't know.
You don't know.
People coming, or somebody trying to break in your house.
Right.
You anything.
Boy, man, I swear to God, when I moved, I'm telling you, I was in Maywood at this particular time, and I used to be so tired at times. When I used to go get my hair cut, man, I used to literally fall asleep, man, in the barber chair. But like you say, sitting by the window, staring up all night, because you thinking the darkness, that's when most people and the devil want to move, man. Got all kind of guns around you, these systems, what you got to do. And when I moved from Maywood, I moved downtown Chicago. I still was doing a little something, but it was a little burden. Man, when I moved and had my house built out here, man, I felt so good, man. Not just where you ain't just worrying about the stick-up man. You got police that's doing a legitimate job. Then you got dirty police that want to pull you over and do all. Man, I feel good.
Right. The police up where I live at right now, asking people, telling them they'll pay them to set up people.
Yeah. And snitching is the latest thing. Now that's cool, now, ain't it?
That's bad. Like they'll pull you over for a traffic stop, or you getting days for county. They offering people money just to do their job.
Right.
This thing got that bad around here, man. That guy.
And
I
then
just be paranoid all the time.
And money ain't as good as it was a few years back.
This is what I be worried about for
the
man.
game is grimier now. It's grimier
people
now.
That you done been with for years across you, man.
Right. Yep.
All for $1 for their betterment.
Man, this is what I be worried about,
and
man.
You've been
like
100 with them your whole life.
Things change over
That's
money,
my
man.
thing with the people I was with.
But you know what?
The Bible say the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not money, it's the love of money.
I ain't been around these niggas and all they do is asking people about me. They ain't seen me. My best friend, you know I ain't seen them in 4 or 5 months.